Kremlin propagandist. Russia can destroy the US in 1 hour. Russia would be able to destroy the US in 1 hour, a prominent Kremlin propagandist has said in the latest bellicose threat from the country's state-controlled media as the war in Ukraine rages on, according to Newsweek. We are the only country in the world that can destroy the United States in 1 hour. Margarita Simonyan, the editor of the Russian state-backed broadcaster RT, said. Russian state television frequently broadcasts inflammatory content and has repeatedly alluded to a nuclear confrontation with the US, a key ally of Ukraine in its war against Ukraine, Newsweek says. Relations between Washington and Moscow have been strained throughout the nearly 2 years of war, with few prospects for an end to the conflict or a rapprochement. The US and other countries providing arms to Ukraine have been concerned by the possibility of escalating the war in Eastern Europe and the often irate reaction from Moscow to new military aid pledges. In the fall of 2022, shortly after Russia annexed the Donetsk, Kherson, Luhansk and Zaporizhia regions of southern and eastern Ukraine, the Kremlin said the territories fell under Moscow's nuclear arsenal. State TV host Vladimir Solovyov, one of the most well-known figures in Kremlin-backed media, said earlier this month that Russia should strike the headquarters of NATO, which has supported Ukraine's war effort. Such a move would spark a far wider war.
Shalom, giving all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, from whom I learned this truth, and shalom to the hopeful elect out there scattered abroad. So you heard it right here out of the horse's mouth, A Kremlin propagandist says Russia can destroy the U.S. in 1 hour. All right, and those of you who are part of the hopeful elect, hey, this ain't nothing new. We already knew this. All right, I mean, it's a well-known fact that Russia's nuclear capabilities far exceed those of the United States. All right, now the U.S. being the world superpower right now as far as the economy goes, okay, and for a long time their military. But as you can see, when it comes to nukes, when it comes to nuclear bombs, Russia has surpassed the United States, okay? And not to mention, you got all these countries out here that are joining hands with Russia against the United States, all right? This is all fulfilling prophecy, This is all pursuant to the prophecies written all throughout the scriptures, both the Old, the New Testament, the Apocrypha, speak of this nuclear war that's going to end Babylon the Great, also known as America. So right here we got another video. It says Chinese military video shows off Taiwan invasion force. Hang on, that's not it. Here we go. Putin and China's Xi say they're closer than ever amid U.S. tensions. Okay, here's the article. It says the relationship between Russian President Vladimir Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping is currently unprecedented, according to a new report from Kremlin and China. And who's Kremlin? Kremlin is a person that was just talking about how the United States could be destroyed by Russia in 1 hour. You see? So you got all these countries going hand in hand. All right, you got the BRICS nations, okay? You even got Africa thrown in the mix there. These countries are all coming together. The Arab countries, the African countries. Of course, you got Esau, which is also Russia here. Okay, fighting against Esau here in Babylon. All right, and eventually, it's going to be the nations of the European Union that are going to actually, forsake America, and they're going to join hands with Russia, basically annihilating America off the face of the earth. Okay, now before all these things happen, the MOTB has to come first. Okay, and we're actually going to grab that scripture here. Y'all could read through this article on your own. I just wanted to show y'all what's going on. This is all fulfilling prophecy. Okay, it says Putin and China's Xi say they're closer than ever amid U.S. tensions. All right. Revelation 13:16. All right, we'll start with verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live, which was the Roman Empire, okay? And it's now come back again through America, okay? Also known as the Little Horn. Verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, which the image is all these philosophies, Salakia. It's all these philosophies and ways of life, the American way, basically. The Mo doctrine, GMO foods, do as thou wilt, worshiping money, okay? This very anti-Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai society. Right? It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And that's what's getting ready to happen, man. A lot of us might be put to death for not taking that charagma. All right, and the point is in verse 6. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, and that mark, let's go into that word real quick. Mark, charagma, all right?
Strong's G 5480, charagma.
Charagma, all right, which means a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead of the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses, right? So it's gonna be like a branding thing, carved, sculptured, graven work. See, an idolatrous image. Okay, here's a definition. An impress, a stamp. Okay. And there was here it is, a scratch or etching, a stamp. So it's going to be physical. It's not a spiritual thing. It's not a symbolic. It's physical. This is a prophecy that's going to happen, a physical carnal thing. Okay, stamp as a badge of servitude. You see, your badge of slavery to the beast, America, Babylon the Great. Graven mark, engraving, right? Let's go back. All right? And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. See, this has to happen. They have to mandate this mark of the MOTB for buying and selling before the ultimate destruction of Babylon the Great, which will happen in 1 hour. All right, let's get some precepts to that. We're going to go to, let's see here. Let's go to Revelation chapter 18. We're going to go to verse 8. I'll start there. And it reads, therefore shall her plagues come. Hang on. Yep, we're on the right one. Revelation 18:8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. See? That's pursuant to those nuclear missiles. For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her. And of course, this also goes into the laser beams that are going to come from the chariots. Okay. Verse 9, and the kings of the earth who hath committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Yeah, all these nations, you got the Arabs, you got the Moabites, come over here and set up shop. All right. They all going to cry. Because, hey, this king is going to be gone, and when it's gone, it ain't coming back up. Verse 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. You see, because in 1 hour, Russia and these nations that are getting together is going to destroy the United States through thermonuclear destruction. Right? And let's get that in, let's get a precept to that. Malachi 4:1. What does it say? For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And this is mainly referring to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, right? Who is the devil the Bible speaks of. All right, that's why it mentions the lake of fire. All right, the beast and the false prophet will be thrown in there. All right, that's talking about this lake of fire that's going to be created by these nuclear missiles. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, which means ashes. Right? And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. You see? This is all throughout the Old and New Testament. Okay? And, this assembling of all these nations together, okay, this ain't nothing new. Let's get what is new, relatively new. But this didn't happen before because, these nations were weak, but now they're standing with Russia, okay? So they feel strong, okay? And they're all going to get together at the end. It's going to be Russia, China, North Korea. You're going to have Africa. You're going to have all these Arab nations. They're going to stand up together and they're going to finish this place off, man. All right, pursuing a prophecy, which is really the Lord doing it. All right, Jeremiah 50:9, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. What's the north country? Russia. All right, the assembly of great nations, all those ones I just listed. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence shall she be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. You see? What arrows, are they going to be shooting? Is it talking about normal arrows? No, it's talking about thermonuclear missiles. All right, let's get 2nd Esdras. And we're going to get that real quick. Actually, before we get that, let's get this, let's go to Joel 3, start verse 9. Pursuant to the, these nations now finally having the balls to stand up against America, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords, right? So stop working and get ready for war, pretty much. And your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say, I am strong. And that's what they're doing here. All these nations, they wouldn't dare speak against America just a few years ago. But now look at them. They're all puffing at America, man. Because they know this place is going down, okay? Firstly, it went down through the economy and, the structure. This place is falling apart from the inside out. And now, militarily, they know they have the capabilities to beat this place. Especially if they get all together. All right? And what do we got here? Let's go to 2nd Esdras in the Apocrypha. And remember it said something about the arrows are going to be of a mighty expert man. Right? That was Jeremiah. Yeah, Jeremiah 50:9. And it says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence shall she be taken. Their arrows shall be of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. And that's this new nuclear technology that they all have now. You know, these rockets, they can precisely drop a nuke anywhere in the world within what, 15 minutes? I was watching a video on that a while ago, how Russia can shoot and hit Florida within 15 minutes with a nuke, you know, and knowing those nukes they have now, it'd probably take out half the state. These shits they have now are way more powerful than that thing they hit Japan with. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 16, and we're going to go to 12, verse 12. We're going to start with that. And it reads, just so y'all know, man, this is all in the scriptures. This was getting ready to happen. As soon as they mandate the MOTB, this is imminent. I mean, it's already imminent. It's going to happen. All right? But first, they got to mandate that MOTB. Then you're going to see the chariots up in the sky beaming up the elect. Shortly after the MOTB is mandated. And next thing you know, boom, the Lord's going to shoot laser beams on this place through the chariots, destroy a good amount of it, and finish it off with the 200 million nuclear warheads. All right, pursuant to Revelation chapter 9. All right, but just something quick. We're going to go to 2nd Ezra chapter 16. Start with verse 12. The earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also, before the Lord and before the glory of his power. You see? So think about how crazy these nukes are going to be. It's going to cause an earthquake, and the fish in the ocean are going to be scared. That's how much vibration is going to be going throughout the tectonic plates, you know, throughout the whole world. You know, you're going to have tsunamis. It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. You see, the same arrows it's talking about in Jeremiah 59. It says, their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. And here it's saying they'll go from one end of the earth to the other, because these are not regular arrows. These are intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs. Okay? These are what you're talking about, man. It's literally a rocket with a GPS on it, and it tells it to go to this location as fast as possible. And it can go anywhere in the earth within 15 minutes. Anywhere. Okay? It can circle the earth. These things are powerful. And then once they get there, they just drop that warhead at the top, and that blows over a whole city, or more than a city now. They're much more powerful now. And of course, this guy's been the face of these ICBMs for a while. So, you know this isn't a joke. All right, now you got a lot of these proud-ass Americans over here talking about, oh, the mighty Russian army can't defeat the Ukrainian army, but somehow will be able to beat the U.S. army. So much for sanity. And then a laughing face. Yeah, Russia's threats are increasingly desperate and revealing. 1 hour for U.S. and 3 days for Ukraine. Do the math. They are so funny. I am laughing my ass off. You see, and these people are simple-minded people. You know, they think that Russia's just putting all their cards out on the table. They're not telling you everything, man. You know, and you got all these nations, not just Russia. So, these people think they can laugh as much as they want, but they can't see that America is falling. Babylon the Great is falling, man. You got people that can't even pay rent. You got more homeless people than ever. You got this new disease that's coming. All right, this place, freaking, a lot of these migrants are going to end up going back to their homeland, man. Once they see that this place ain't shit, really. Okay, and then it's so immoral, decrepit, and toxic. All right, all this woman worship and mode doctrine. It's just a horrible place to live now, man. And these people, they're just afraid. So they want to laugh about it and act like, oh, it can never happen. And of course they'll hear the news they want to hear. But as soon as they hear something like this, it threatens their worldview. It threatens their safety. It makes them scared. So, they got to crack jokes. These people are laughing harder than if I would have pulled up a video about, some type of a comedy show. you wouldn't have these many people laughing in the comments. So you know these people are on some bullshit. But anyway, that's what's coming, man. Whether y'all believe it or not. All right? And we're just here to warn you. Okay? 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again, until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out, till it consume the foundation thereof, or the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. And that word plagues brings up a scripture in my head. Call Allah Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. This is the plague. Zechariah, I believe it is. Here we go. And this is for the controversy of Zion, man. So all you people laughing are probably a bunch of Edomites, so-called white people. You know, you're not ready for your kingdom to end, but guess what? It's coming to an end, boy. Sooner than you think and sooner than you want. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, what does it say in Zechariah 14 and 12? And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Okay, how was this land gotten? Through the robbery of the Native American Indians, the theft of their land, the raping of their children, their women, the destruction of their people, their heritage, okay, the enslavement of the so-called Negroes, okay, and the lack of reparations thereof. You guys have not repaid them, yet you repay everyone else that you fuck over, all right? And you repay those JEWs and their fake created, catastrophes that never happen, and you pay them, but you not the Negroes. Why? You see, because we're the Israelites. All right, the Lord put us through this, through the so-called white man. But guess what? Hey, the Lord is a just God. So now the so-called white man's got to pay, man. And he's going to pay with his life, and he's going to pay with a lot of suffering. Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.